Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is a project worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And all of it started with storyboards and a pitch good enough to make a studio sign the check. But what if you pitched an idea with something like this?
Does not forgive. Then I will outlast
it. What you just watched is that exact same pitch delivered as video. No camera, no actors, no set. I made it myself, alone, in under 30 minutes, using two completely different methods. One where I let AI handle everything, and one where I sit in the director's chair and work through it step by step. I'm going to show you both processes, start to finish, and by the end, you decide which one you'd use on your own project. We are going to use Invideo, and specifically its Agent 2.0. And the reason it's different isn't that it generates images or video, everybody does that now. It's that it lets you assign specialized agents by task. Need a storyboard? You used to hire a designer. Now you have an agent. Need cinematography, casting, locations? Same thing. And here's the part that matters most. You stop having to learn prompting methodology. You direct, the agent handles the technical side. And yes, this video is sponsored by Invideo, and that's exactly why this isn't a polished demo. It's a real production test, including the parts I had to fix. Check the link in the description to learn more about Invideo. Now, let's get started. Method 1, Autopilot. I give it one single detailed prompt. Theme, story, characters, look and feel, and a sequence of scenes that are non-negotiable. Then, I don't touch anything again. I only supervise. Method 2. There's a director in the room. Real pre-production. Casting first, location second, storyboards approved shot by shot, and only once all of that is locked do I greenlight video. Let's start with method number 1, Autopilot. This is my prompt. Technical specs, theme, characters, a description of the scenes I need to see, and the look and feel I want for the film. One single message. And the first thing it does isn't generate anything. It reads my prompt and builds a project library file. This matters more than it sounds. On other platforms, you are the library. You've got a folder of downloaded assets open on your second monitor, you're attaching references by hand, and you're re-explaining context every 5 minutes. Here, every time I change a location, every time I adjust a detail on a character, the agent writes it into that file. Consistency stops depending on my memory. Step 1, characters, and it builds the character sheets, which in my opinion is the single best method that exists for holding consistency. But look at the real detail here. Normally, no matter how detailed your prompt is, every character sheet comes back with a slightly different layout. Here, character after character, the format and the layout are identical. That's not cosmetic. That's what makes the references actually work later on. Step 2, locations. And this is where I check whether it's really listening. I ask for lighting from natural sources only. Zero artificial light. I asked for a desaturated image, cool blues on exteriors, warm tones on interiors. Got it. Step 3, storyboards for every scene I asked for. This is what separates a professional workflow from guesswork. Instead of jumping straight to video and praying, it pre-visualizes every frame and every movement before spending a single generation credit. In fact, if you wanted to, you already have your traditional pitch right there. These storyboards are ready to present. But watch this. The agent rejected one of its own generations. It runs a quality check at every step. It caught a shot that didn't match what I had specified, and it regenerated it on its own, without asking me. Now the storyboard is exactly what I asked for. Now video. It picks Seedance 2.0, which right now is the most capable model out there. And it picks 1080p. As Seedance climbs in resolution, coherence goes up with it, and so does the quality of faces and text, but you pay for it in time. And here's what surprised me most. You open the panel on a generation and you can see the prompt and the references. First reference is the storyboard. Makes sense. But it doesn't stop there. It also attaches the character sheets and the locations. It isn't expecting one small frame to carry all the context. It's building consistency in layers. I asked for a trailer running 45 seconds to a minute, and with 3 15-second generations, it already has all the footage. And this is normally where your real work begins. Download everything, import into Premiere, and start building. Because until you see the whole thing together, you don't know what's missing. With Agent 2.0, there's a feature called Slate. It's a video editor built into the platform. You describe what you want, it takes the approved generations, and it hands you an assembly in minutes. This is the result. Honestly, strong work. Yes, I gave it a very detailed prompt, but I contributed almost nothing manually, and the result is about 80% of where I wanted it. Now for the second method, it isn't that one is better than the other. It's that one hands you a result and the other hands you control over every decision. Let's go look at it. Complete change of strategy. My opening prompt is now minimal. Theme and characters, nothing else. The Odyssey, with 4 leads: Odysseus, Penelope, Poseidon, and the Cyclops. But here's the real difference. Every time it needs a decision from me, it opens an approval menu, and that menu changes depending on which stage we're in. Right now, these are casting questions. What look and feel do I want for each character? I requested medium shots of the characters before generating character sheets, and here they are. Some convinced me, some didn't. Take Poseidon. I like him, but he looks far too close to Odysseus. So I send the note. More gray in the hair, a heavier beard, and this is the result. Now we're talking. Let's talk about locations. I'm picturing 4. A destroyed Troy, an open plain of ocean, Odysseus's lands back home, and the Cyclops' cave. First pass. I like it, but I need 2 adjustments. On the open ocean shot, I want lower exposure and a more cinematic, more organic look. On the interior of Odysseus' home, I want it to feel more opulent. I send the notes, and in minutes, exactly what I was after. Locations approved. Now, storyboards. And here I impose my own rule. 9 shots maximum per storyboard image. The agent reads my original description and builds the first pass. At first glance, perfect, exactly my initial vision. And this is where the thing that happens on every real project happens. No matter how clear your initial vision is, the moment you enter production, that idea changes. 3 director's notes. First, I like the opening scenes, but I want more drama. So I'm adding a shot of Odysseus almost in silhouette, back to camera, with Troy burning behind him. Second, the Cyclops reveal. Right now you can see him perfectly, and that strips out all the mystery. I want his first appearance to be a glimpse in shadow, barely recognizable. And while I'm here, I start wondering whether the trailer needs dialogue. I think it does, but I don't have a line in my head, so I asked the agent to propose them based on the tone of the trailer. It suggests 3, 1 for Poseidon, 1 for Odysseus, 1 for Penelope. Approved. With everything locked, green light to video. Videos are done, I review all 3, and I have a note. Odysseus's line is delivered in an environment that's far too calm. I picture it in the middle of the ocean, on his ship, with a storm on top of him. I send the change, and this is the result.
And I will outlast it!
This is ready to walk into a room as a pitch, exactly as it is. But I got curious about what an editor would do with this footage. And this is the result. And there's the most important takeaway in this video. The cut the agent delivered through Slate is perfectly usable, and for a huge number of cases, it's more than enough. But that last layer, taking the material and lifting it with judgment, with craft, with years of knowing exactly where the cut goes, that's still ours, and that's the fun part of the job. I've tested a lot of platforms, and believe me, it's a lot. None of them are at the level of intuitivity Invideo is at right now, and that's entirely down to Agent 2.0. This is the first time working with an agent where I actually feel like I have a specialist available in every area of production at the exact moment I need them, with a response speed that feels like having somebody sitting next to you. And all it's because Agent 2 impressive speed and response time. You ask for something, you got it. And that's what makes it the right platform for creatives, for directors, for filmmakers, for anyone who wants to raise the level of their proposals without having to become a technical expert in every tool. It lets you do the thing you're actually good at, directing. If you want to try it, the link is in the description, and there are a few surprises there. And tell me one thing in the comments. Which method would you use? Autopilot? Or do you take the director's chair? See you next time!